I am Iron Man. Da, 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 da. Here's my review. Hi guys, welcome to Nerd Bites, and this is going to be my rewind review for Iron Man 3. Obviously, before we start, spoiler alert, I will be delving into a few spoilers here and there, obviously with this film and the other Marvel films. So if you haven't watched them, go and watch them, then come back and see the review. You have been warned. Iron Man 3. It's the first film in the Phase 2 part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's the first film after the Avengers and obviously what took place and transpired there. And we get to catch up again with Tony and what's happened to him since he's obviously seen that aliens are obviously existing and how he's coping with that and what's going on. And it's interrupted by this character called the Mandarin, which is played by Ben Kingsley, which was awesome. And he's a terrorist that kind of wants to destroy everything, obviously Iron Man being his main focus, kind of trying to take him down. You kind of see what's happened to Stark. He's a little bit kind of wary now. He has panic attacks and stuff. He's been building suits constantly because he can't sleep. He's not taken the Battle of New York very well, to be honest. He's really kind of a broken man, and you know, when he's bored and he can't sleep or anything, he goes down and builds loads of suits, which obviously we get to see later in the film, which was an awesome thing. Aldrich Killian kind of comes in and he's invented this thing called Extremis. Now Extremis was a pretty cool concept, I think. It was a way of making Iron Man go against something that wasn't a knockoff version of his suit. You know what I mean? Like we had the Ironmonger and then we have Whiplash in his iron suit. I'm kind of glad that we went somewhere where we didn't need that iron suit to, you know, to go against. So I'm glad they had that, where basically Extremis heals all wounds and everything, and it makes you like you can heat stuff up and breathe fire, and it's kind of a random thing, but it was pretty cool to see, to be honest. Obviously Rhodey's in it again, but this time he's the Iron Patriot, which is kind of cool because they got, I gave him War Machine a paint job because it looked more patriotic and that kind of stuff. I always liked the chemistry between Rhodes and Stark. I mean, we didn't get much of it in this film, to be honest, but we did get a few bits here and there, and I quite liked it. Later in the film, we have quite a big twist, and you all know the twist I'm talking about. It really split the fans 50-50. Now, there was half the people that thought that this twist was just not fair, not good, didn't like it, hated it, ruined the film, and there was other half that went, alright, that's a bold move, and I'm alright with it. And I was on that side. Yes, I completely understand the point of the Mandarin. He was Iron Man's biggest foe, and it kind of did suck when you realise that Ben Kingsley's just an actor and he's not the real Mandarin. Obviously Aldrich Killian is the real bad guy, but the shock of it actually coming out, there we go, wow, alright, fair enough, let's see where this goes. And I still enjoyed the film, you know, I did not enjoy the film. It was a bit of a twist, a bit of a random thing that popped up, but I was alright with it. It's not the end of the world, but yeah, I can understand people will be disappointed in it, but I was alright with it because of the shock value more than anything. So obviously after Killian's obviously proclaimed himself as the bad guy, he's there, he takes Pepper hostage, and Iron Man and War Machine, obviously Iron Patriot, have to go and save it, and the final battle and everything was a real kick-ass scene. Finally seeing all these Iron Legion suits, he calls them all in, and he just sends them off, and they start attacking all these Extremis people, beating the crap out of them. It's just a really cool scene, really, and it was epic. Obviously having Tony switch between suits as well was a really cool idea. Then obviously he's trying to save Pepper and she falls down and you think she's died, although with that one I'm like, well, she ain't dead because I know she's got Extremis running through her body, so that she ain't dead, so she'll be fine. And then the fight with him and Killian and that, it was really quite cool and quite personal. The thing that I didn't like at the end was the fact that it was Pepper that delivered the final blow to kill Killian. I didn't like that really, because he kind of took the thunder away from Iron Man. I felt like, well, she just saved the day. So I was like I said, there are some good things in this film and there are some bad things in this film. I still enjoyed the film. I didn't come away from the film disappointed in any way, but there were some certain things I would have done differently. But overall, it's still a good film. It's probably the second best Iron Man film, to be honest. I think the Iron Man 2 is probably a bit weaker, but it was a good film. I really did enjoy it. Having that little end credit scene as well at the end with Bruce Banner, and obviously after it you realise it's been him talking to Bruce Banner about what happened through this Christmas period. Mark 42 armour, I didn't really like it. It was kind of weak, to be honest, considering like the first armour he had in Iron Man 1 got hit by a tank missile and he just shrugged it off like it was nothing. But with this one, it gets hit by a truck and it falls into a million pieces. It's kind of like, has he gone back a step here? I mean, it was comical and it was fun and everything. It, you know, it made it kind of fun throughout the film, but it kind of made it look like, well, I've made this brand new suit, it's the 42nd one I've made, and it's shitter than one of the first ones I made. But I think it was really just there for comical value, which I didn't mind, but could have left it really, not really bothered either way. It didn't enhance the story, it didn't take away from the story, it just added that, like I say, the little comical effect into it. After the battle, he gets the arc reactor taken out and the shrapnel, that's all gone. Not that it really matters, also we know when he goes to Age of Ultron he's obviously using his armour, but it's just, it was kind of cool to get, it kind of closes off his trilogy of I don't have to deal with this problem in my heart anymore and I'm going to get it fixed. It was a nice way to close off the Iron Man trilogy, but all the while still being able to carry on with the character. You know, even after his home got destroyed and everything, then he just drives off into the sunset. He kind of like, well, is he done, is he not done? It was left open in the air because I think the renegotiation of RDJ's contract was obviously in the air at that point, so I don't know whether they were going to take him on again or not take him on again after Age of Ultron. So I think they kind of left that open in the air, so they can use him again. Obviously we know they used him in Ultron, we obviously know he's coming into Civil War as well, but I think that was obviously still in the early stages. So that's what I thought of Iron Man 3. Again, I liked it, but there were some things I didn't like about it, but overall it was still a good film, it was still a fun time at the cinema, you know, nice awesome popcorn blockbuster flick, and I would have to give this 3 stars. So that's my review for Iron Man 3. What did you think about Iron Man 3? Let me know down in the comments or send me an email. You can also find me in the various social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram or moviepilot.com. Just type in Nerd Bites anywhere and I'm sure you'll find me. And of course, keep it nerdy.